As he was talking, I saw both of you at this end of the table sort of shaking your heads in disagreement. Why?
It's not the contract, G. It's the defense. The Baltimore Ravens defense is really bad in the fourth quarter. They're allowing on average 10 points and 123 yards of offense, both of which are the worst in the National Football League. So when we start talking about Lamar Jackson pressing, yeah, he's pressing because he knows he has to overcome a suspect defense. The other thing that he has to overcome is not having the benefit of an offensive line that can close out games by running the football. The Baltimore Ravens are 16th in run block win rate in the fourth quarter. Now, for context, from 2018 through 2021, the Baltimore Ravens offensive line in the fourth quarter, second in run block win rate. So those are the two issues that are exacerbating the problem in the production or lack thereof that we're seeing from Lamar Jackson. Let's not blame this on the contract. These aren't excuses. There are reasons as to why we're not seeing Lamar Jackson play MVP football in clutch time.
Chris, Lamar Jackson just isn't playing well. He's 25th in the league in completion percentage, and he's 25th in off-target throws. So he's human. I agree with Rex from a standpoint, it's human nature that a consequential deal of generational wealth doesn't get done. And statistically, when you watch him, he's not the same guy right now. I agree, they're blowing fourth quarter leads. The defense can't end games the way they used to. They don't have a running back. Hopefully they're going to address that. But he's just not playing as well as he once was. Now, look, if I'm the Ravens, do I still sign him? Of course I do. But right now, he's just not the same player.
The hard part with me accepting this idea as a contract is Rex said it himself. He's good for the first 3 quarters. He was great for the first several games of the season.
Right.
Does he forget about the contract?
Then,
He forgets about the contract for 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, they must put something up on the Jumbotron. Say, remember, Lamar, your contract's not signed yet. Then he's like, oh, I forgot. Interception. I actually think that is more schematic issues and it's part connected to that defense. I think they're so committed to this big personnel in part because they want to run the clock, they want to run the ball, that they put Lamar in a tough situation. When you're blitzing him, the way you scare teams out of blitzing you is with big plays.
Yep.
It's hard to create big plays when you got guys with number 40s, numbers or with numbers in the 40s and tight ends out there so you can run. Like you need to crack somebody over the head with a big 50-yard gain, and then they'll stop blitzing Lamar. I think that's a bigger problem, but they're scared to be that aggressive because they could end up in 3 and outs, which puts the defense back on the field. That's the conundrum. It's not the contract.
Number one, if I'm Lamar, I'd be pressing too, but not because of the contract. It's because when you think about the injuries that they've suffered at key positions, like his number 1 running back didn't start the season healthy. His left tackle didn't start the season healthy. Rashad Bateman has missed several games. Without Rashad Bateman in the lineup, this whole offense looks completely different. And at the start of the season, it was Lamar. Lamar was almost like, screw it, I'll do it myself. Like that's sort of been how he's had to play, and it worked in the beginning, and now it's not. Like they have the worst point differential in the fourth quarter of any team in the NFL. It's not the contract. Like this guy puts more pressure on himself than anybody on the outside. So I don't think it's the contract. It really is real fundamental issues with this.
The other thing about the contract is he's going to get one.
There
are no circumstances under which the Ravens are going to say, you know, maybe we're better off with that. He's going to be within a yacht of Deshaun Watson money regardless, right? Whether he gets 170 guaranteed, 190 guaranteed. So there's going to be generational money there regardless of the outcome, right?
I'll push back on that. Over 20 years, some players can handle it better than others. Like, that's very logical. We're not inside his mind. And look, he's a great competitor. He deserves to get a deal done. I thought it was going to get done. And at some point, it has to impact him because when you watch him play, he's just not playing as well as he once did earlier in the season.
Well, listen, he's 5th in QBR and he's top 5 in rushing. So we say he's not playing well. The team is not having the results that we expect. But you can't look at those metrics and say Lamar Jackson isn't a really, really good quarterback.
Right.
And that's my problem with all of the criticism that we're heaping on top of him. The context of the situation matters. Not having a running game in the fourth quarter and having a suspect defense makes the issues that Lamar Jackson has to overcome that much more of a problem.
Let's bookmark this one. This is an interesting conversation because I sort of see both sides. We'll come back. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.